KTAR, Eyes on Parenting.
Kids these days, am I doing enough? Am I doing too much? This is KTAR's Eyes on Parenting. I'm Corbin Carson. Today I'm joined by, why don't you introduce yourself, sir?
My name is David Knapp. I'm the author of the book, I Didn't Know What to Say, Being a Better Friend to Those Who Experience Loss, and a Grief Mentor.
Which is awesome. We're talking today about loss. What can a parent do to help a child who may be dealing with the loss of a sibling, a parent, or even a pet?
I've had the unfortunate experience of having to tell my children who were teenagers, Mommy died this morning, and also a second time with my grandchildren, Grandma died. And oftentimes the grandchildren sob the deepest in Grandpa's arms. So it can be very challenging, and the issue is it is important to bring them in on the grieving process and let them grieve at their level.
Okay, and then that's an emotional and immense thing to have to deal with. What are some things that parents can be prepared for some challenges that child might be dealing with?
Some of the challenges might be the child is processing it improperly. We've had kind of both. Children tend to look to adults to learn how to do major stuff. They watch how the adults mourn, and that's how you react in that situation. But sometimes they're not looking at you. Perhaps they might be thinking of something else. So sometimes the challenge is, here's this one, embrace what this is open, and this one becomes a recluse. And how do you reach them?
All right, and then certainly the phrase "it's going to be all right" totally doesn't encapsulate it. What are some tips that parents can do to try to help this child through this?
One of the things is openness, actually. After my first wife died, I actually went in one-on-one with each of my kids and talked to them and says, okay, Mom's gone. We're going to have to live on without her. And I wept in their presence, giving them the freedom to weep as well. So permission to grieve is very, very vital.
And I feel like we just haven't really used the wealth of your expertise enough here. So I'd like to ask you one more question. Now that it's been many years for you later, how has that process worked? What has helped you guys through this?
One of the things, of course, well, first of all, with us, it was our bond as a family was strong anyway, and then our bond with God was very strong. But one of the things was that continual freedom, and I noticed that some of the kids grieved to a certain extent as a child, but then they had to finish, you might say, as an adult. And they grieved to a certain level later as well, the loss that they had when they were a kid.
Perfect. Well, there you have it. This has been KTAR's Eyes on Parenting. I'm Corbin Carson, father of 4, 1 in college, 1 in high school, 1 in kindergarten, and 1 in diapers. Chances are I'm facing a question you're facing. If so, hit me up on Twitter. We can use your subject on our next show. I'd like to thank Mr. Knapp for joining us. We'll see you next time, folks.